I've always been afraid that my feelings might be too much for you to handle, but the truth is, I can't keep quiet about them any longer. I hope you'll listen and understand, but even if you don't, at least I'll know I spoke my heart. There's a part of me that wants to hide, to pull back and keep my emotions buried. But another part of me is screaming to be heard. And right now, I can't ignore it any longer. It's time to speak my truth. I don't want to lose you because of my feelings, but I can't keep pretending that everything is okay when it's not. So here it is, raw, real, and honest. I hope you'll still see me after this, but if not, at least I'll have spoken my truth. I'm afraid of what will happen if you hear the depth of my emotions, but the fear of not being authentic is stronger. So here I am, telling you what's been in my heart for far too long, hoping you'll understand. The fear of rejection has kept me silent for so long, but it's finally time to face that fear. I don't know what the outcome will be, but I know that holding on to these feelings isn't fair to either of us. What if you think I'm crazy for feeling this way? What if you pull away because it's too much for you to handle? These fears have held me back, but now I realize that the only way forward is to speak my truth. I've kept my feelings hidden, hoping that they would fade, hoping that time would make them go away. But the truth is they haven't. And now I have to share them with you, even though I'm terrified. I don't know how you'll react to what I'm about to say, but I can't keep pretending the feelings inside me are real, and they've been here for too long. So here they are, in all their vulnerability and rawness. I fear your reaction, but I also fear the regret of never telling you. My heart has been whispering its truth to me for so long, and it's time I listen and share it with you, no matter how scary that feels. I've spent so much time hiding behind walls, afraid of what might happen if I show my true self. But I can't live in fear any longer. It's time for you to see the real me, the person behind the mask of uncertainty. You've always been so important to me, but I've been too afraid to tell you just how much. I fear that my feelings might scare you away, but I can't hold them in any longer. This is me, fully vulnerable and open. I don't know what the future holds, and that's what makes me so afraid to speak my truth. But I also know that I can't move forward if I keep these feelings locked away. So here I am, hoping you'll hear me. The thought of sharing my heart with you terrifies me, but I can't keep living in this quiet desperation. I've held my feelings inside for so long, and it's time to let them out, no matter the outcome. I've been holding back because I'm scared of what might happen to us. But I realize now that keeping my feelings hidden is only making things harder. So here it is, raw and unfiltered, my truth, for you to hear. I fear your judgment, your rejection, and the silence that might follow. But I can't keep hiding the truth that's been building inside me. I need to speak it, even if it means risking everything. I don't know how you'll react to my confession, and that scares me. But I know that I can't keep pretending that everything is fine. The truth is, I care for you deeply, and it's time you knew. I've been afraid to let you in, to show you the depth of my feelings, because I fear what you might do with them. But the fear of never sharing them is worse. So here I am, ready to speak my heart. There's always been a part of me that's been afraid of losing you if I tell you the truth. But the truth is, I can't hide it anymore. These feelings have been with me for too long, and I need you to know. I've been hiding my feelings, trying to keep my heart safe, but the more I hide them, the more they weigh on me. It's time to let go of that fear and trust that telling you the truth is worth it. I'm terrified of what might happen once I tell you how I really feel. But I've realized that I can't live in fear anymore. I have to speak my truth, no matter how uncertain or vulnerable it makes me feel. I fear your rejection more than anything, but I also fear the emptiness of never telling you how I feel. So, with a heart full of uncertainty and hope, I'm sharing my feelings with you. I've spent so much time trying to protect myself from hurt, but I realize now that it's time to take the risk. You deserve to know how deeply I feel, even if it means exposing the parts of me I've kept hidden. I don't know if you'll ever understand the depth of my feelings, and that's what scares me. But I can't keep pretending that everything is okay. So here it is, my heart, open and vulnerable. There's a quiet voice inside me that whispers my truth, but I hold back, afraid of what might happen if I let it be heard. Still, my heart insists that I speak, and so here I am, vulnerable, raw, and hoping you'll understand. The weight of my emotions has built up over time, and the silence between us feels like an impossible distance to cross. But I can't carry this burden anymore, so here I am, ready to let go of my fears and finally share the truth. I've been holding my feelings close, afraid that if I speak them aloud, everything could change. But maybe change is what I need, because pretending everything's fine is no longer an option. So here it goes. In the silence of my thoughts, I've rehearsed this moment 1,000 times. Yet each time, I'm still terrified. But I can't keep hiding the truth, no matter how vulnerable it makes me feel. I hope you'll hear me, really hear me. I've spent so many nights staring at the ceiling, wrestling with what to say, wondering if you'll understand, wondering if you'll even care. But right now, in this moment, I can't keep it in anymore. My truth is coming out. I don't know how you'll respond, and that scares me more than anything. But I can't keep my heart locked away in fear. It's time for you to know the depth of my feelings, whether it's what you want to hear or not. What if I'm too much for you? What if my feelings are overwhelming, or worse, unwanted? These thoughts have held me back for so long, but I'm tired of living in the shadows of my own heart. It's time to let you in. You might not understand, and that's terrifying to me. But the truth is, I can't keep pretending. The feelings I have for you are deeper than I've allowed myself to admit. And it's time you knew. The fear of your reaction has kept me silent, but silence no longer feels like the answer. So here I am, opening up my heart to you, hoping that you'll accept me, just as I am, raw and unfiltered. What if you reject me? What if you laugh, or worse, stay indifferent? I don't know the answer, and that's what makes this so hard. But I need to take that risk, because my truth is too powerful to ignore. Every word I'm about to say feels like it could change everything between us. But holding it in any longer would hurt more than any possible reaction you might have. So here's the truth, unfiltered and real. I'm scared to tell you how I truly feel, but living in fear is no longer an option. I can't pretend that my emotions aren't there, and I can't keep hiding them just to avoid making things awkward. This is me, fully vulnerable. I've been scared to show you the full extent of my heart, worried that it might push you away. But I can't live in this fear anymore. It's time to let you see the truth, even if it means risking everything. You've always been on my mind, and I've kept my distance, afraid of what might happen if I let you see the real me. But now, the fear of never speaking my truth is far greater than the fear of your reaction. I've been holding back because I don't want to lose what we have, but I also don't want to lose myself. So here it is, my heart, my feelings, my truth. I hope you understand, but I also understand if you don't. I've been afraid to tell you how much I care, how deeply I feel, because I fear you won't feel the same. But the truth is, I can't hide it anymore. These feelings are real, and they've been growing for far too long. I wish I could just let go of this fear of being rejected, of having my feelings dismissed. But here I am, standing on the edge, about to let you see the vulnerable side of me that I've kept hidden for so long. The truth is, I've been carrying this weight, this deep yearning inside of me, but I've kept it buried out of fear. Now I've reached a point where I can't hold it in anymore. This is me telling you how I feel. What if I'm not what you want? What if my feelings are just too much to handle? These questions have plagued me, and yet I know deep down that the only way to move forward is to share my truth, no matter the outcome. I've kept quiet because I wasn't sure if you'd understand or if you'd even care. But now I realize that silence only hurts me more. So with trembling hands and a racing heart, I'm telling you how I feel. It's hard to be open when you're afraid of being judged or misunderstood. But I can't carry this fear any longer. I'm ready to take the leap and let you in on my truth, hoping that you'll embrace it, even if it scares you too. You're the one who fills my thoughts, and the more I hide it, the harder it becomes to keep pretending. I don't know what you'll think of me after I say this, but I can't keep pretending like my feelings don't exist. I fear that when I tell you how I really feel, it might change everything between us. But I've realized that it's better to face that possibility than to keep living in this quiet fear. So here it is, my truth.